Open and the US Open back-to-back. Quarterfinals in Chinese Taipei as well, just after the birth of his second son, who I believe was induced actually. So that's what I'm told by my encyclopedia, Julian Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Marc Zweibler, Germany.
So just building up then.
And on my left, Chong Wei,
to this
Malaysia.
second round encounter.
Marc Zweibler to serve.
Top of the bottom half of the draw.
Play.
It's going to be Zweibler to get us underway from Germany. I was at breakfast this morning beside Chong Wei, and I was curious as to whether he had a plateful the size I did, but he didn't. He was very disciplined with what he ate, and you know, just a little rice, and kept the carb loading up. A little bit of protein in there, a bit of chicken as well. And I'm just curious, you know, what goes into these machines as they move so delightfully, so poised and balanced around the court.
Yeah, and he's not a heavy man, is he?
That's all. He's super agile, isn't he? Indeed, they both are. Oh. Well, you have to give credit where it's due. That was a phenomenal point by both. Zweibler with a wry smile, almost as if suggesting, geez, is that what I've got to do to win a point against this man? The German 12th seed. It's a good start.
Yeah, he's come off to a good start. He's not trying to do anything particular, just keeping the shuttle going, not taking too many risks, maybe counter-attacking a little bit if possible. I think Chong Wei has maybe been trying a little more here to take the attack and take some initiative, but yeah, let's see what happens the next few rallies.
Well, it's interesting because they played 10 times before. We showed you the head-to-head just now at the top of this program, and you know, we saw that Chong Wei is 10-0 up in that regard, but and of course he's won the last 3 in this arena as well every time they've played. So he loves playing here, Chong Wei. But that's good play from the German. Very quick to pounce. Apologetic, respectful hand up there, but he had a terrific body blow. Nothing personal intended, obviously.
No, I'm mixing up a little bit. Zweibler from just not attacking too much and suddenly getting underneath it and rushing the net.
Over 2-4.
Hesitancy there from Zweibler. Thought it was going long, then at the last minute changed his mind. Made nothing of it. One of the things that really I just find delightful, and it's just a real appreciation of the physical fitness level of both of these players, is that very rarely when somebody's a really top seed or top player in this game, you rarely see them when they're lunging hinge from the back, from the hips. They have a nice poise and balance and go into a lunge and come out really with a real poise. Wonderful to watch. Lesser players don't, they'll just bend from the back. And of course it can cost you milliseconds, can't it? That sort of hinging from the back. I saw it in Villarreal yesterday.
Yeah, these players has an incredible balance, and they're not only having strong legs but also a very strong core to keep the upper body when they launch out towards the net.
Service over 5-all.
One of the really intimidating things as well is he's got that face as well that gives nothing away. It's very nonplussed, Chong Wei. You can't make any judgment as to what he's thinking.
He's stone-faced.
Yes, very wearing as an opponent, isn't it? You get nothing.
7-5.
Challenge.
Marc Zweibler,
well, it's a long way out.
Yeah, maybe not a long way, but yeah, it still looks out.
And he was looking down that line as well. That's what surprised me.
Yeah,
maybe he was sort of spilling off balance as he had a look, so he didn't have the advantage of a still look. But it's right down our line, and I am convinced that was wide. What about you?
Yeah, but he was even asking the coaches who were also sitting long line, and they also told him to challenge it. But yeah, we are looking at a distance, from a distance, but still.
Yeah, miles out. Look at that. You could fit a hair in that gap.
Challenge unsuccessful. 7-5. Zweibler, one challenge
Good call
remaining.
by the line judge.
Unsuccessful. You got the score, excuse me. 8-5.
Umpire got it wrong there.
8-5.
Wanted Zweibler to have the serve.
Service over 6-8.
Zweibler's a good player. 16 tournaments since the World Championships in Copenhagen. A couple of wins.
7-8.
Zweibler, Czech international and the Bulgarian international as well. Runner-up in the Belgian international. He's also 3 semi-finals as well, has the German. One of them being the Indonesian Open here.
Yeah, I think he was playing Jan Jørgensen, wasn't he, from Denmark in the semifinals, and I think he had some kind of stomach problems and had to give up through the match, didn't he?
Yeah. European champion, of course, Zweibler, in 2012. He was an experienced man, 12th seed as well. No pushover, that's for sure. But look how quick Chong Wei was up to that. Ghost-like speed.
Anticipating that Zweibler is going to try and take charge at the net and closing it down. Zweibler is actually one of the few players who have beat Ching Long. He did that, I think, was it last year? In end of the year last year, I think.
so far. I'm sure he'll be in action tomorrow. Shenalong, the only man in the men's draw to get a bye in the singles. Deserve it though, don't you, if you're world #1?
Yeah, I think he had 5 first round, and then he played Raul Mus of Estonia, won in 2 sets.
Hands down. Poor decision from Chong Wei. You don't get many of those. Good play from the German. Very little between them then so far in this opening game. That'll encourage Zweibler, considering he's never taken a game from his opponent today. Over 10 head-to-head appearances. Doing very well so far. Has to be very mentally strong. And of course it's tricky for Chong Wei, isn't it? Because there's that added expectation. You know, runner-up here last year, never lost a game to this man in 10 appearances. He manages that very, very well.
Chong Wei has been in, I think it's something like 70 finals or so.
Yeah, 57 wins, 29 runners-up as well, so more like sort of 85 finals, yeah.
So I think he's quite used to pressure, isn't he?
It's a different dynamic, isn't it? You know, there's there's no mug at all. He's a good player.
Yeah, but I still think the game hasn't really picked up yet. They're kind of just exchanging points. I'm not sure that I've seen any particular tactics from any of them yet, and yeah.
Almost like his game fits hand in glove, as we say in England. The Germans into Chong Wei's sort of pocket. He feels very comfortable within it, obviously. But time will tell. We're going to change the shuttle again. But just 2 points between them then. 11-9.
Play.
The mid-game interval.
Twelve, 9.
Well, he was so confident going in, Zweibler, against the drift. He sort of followed it to the net as well for easy pickings, but just spilling over the back line, and Chong Wei accelerates away. 4-point advantage now. That was far too cheeky. I thought for a second he was a magician, Chong Wei, during that point, but not so. Just popped up a little too high.
It did, yeah, and Zweibler knew it was coming. He was not moving at all. He was trying to trick him and make him move backwards, but he was just standing up there waiting for him.
Sublime, because Chong Wei has got sort of sniper-like precision to all 4 corners of the court, and he had the German everywhere, but credit to Zweibler's level of fitness, managed to stay poised and balanced and executed that drop smash really well.
Yeah, he certainly did so. He actually, I think, won that rally twice before the shots, but Chong Wei is just in such a good balance and so difficult winning against. He just kept on getting it back.
That's pressure. Perhaps he was a little
breathing quite heavily, and also he asked for a break right after that rally also.
I think mere mortals would have needed a defibrillator after that last point. It's a great defence. So agile in defence, this man. I thought Zweibler had the point one. He got it to the floor as well, but brilliant turnaround there from Chong Wei.
He's just digging it up from there, but I think this actually shows the problem for Zweibler when he's playing Chong Wei, is that he just can't kill the shuttle, and he's better at somebody, you know, attacking him, counter-attacking, and he doesn't have the weapons to do anything about this defense that Chong Wei has.
I wonder what his reaction was when he saw the draw. His heart must have sunk. Oh, he did all the right things, even the behind the back shot as well. Anybody as immaculate in defence as Chong Wei. He's remarkable. You think he's in a hole, and suddenly he'll create an incredible angle off of a miraculous get.
Yeah, it is true that he's doing very well in this particular match. Zweibler just he doesn't have the power as some of the other players have, and that's why he's so comfortable in that defense.
Yeah, well said. Even aided by the net.
19-12.
This man just completely dialed in from the off, extending his advantage in this opening game to 7 points. And he's got his opponent right where he wants him, 2 points away from game one.
This is so difficult for Zweibler to find a solution for this. But I do think that what he needs to do is still he needs to maybe make Chong Wei take some more responsibility, give him a little bit of the initiative, and then try to see if he can counter-attack him, because the last few rallies he's just been taking too many risks, and he's trying to finish off the rally too early, and it just won't work for him.
Neither will extending it longer, seemingly, as well. Chong Wei with all the answers at the moment. Oh, that's brilliant. Well played. Really well played. He's worked tirelessly, and quite frankly, from our perspective as well, and all the onlookers out here, this is a thankless task playing somebody like Chong Wei. Let's be brutally honest about it. You have to credit this man for working so hard and sticking at it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He is also trying his best, and Zweibler is a stubborn man, I tell you. So it's not like he's not gonna give up.
Lapse in concentration from the Malaysian there. A rare miss. Zweibler hopefully buoyed by that. But Chong Wei with 6 more game point opportunities. Well, there we are then, 21-14. Chong Wei, the Malaysian, seals the first game after just 18 minutes of play. With a real control and poise that he has. A treat to watch him play. On marches Morten Frost.
I think he just shook his hand and then walked off again.
That's strange.
I don't think he had anything extra to say. I think Lee Chong Wei is pretty much in control, and Morten thought the same.
Yeah, yeah, a mark of respect. You're doing a great job. I'm just walking past you, but keep it going.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wonder how many years Lee Chong Wei has left, and indeed Zweibler as well. They're similar age, 32 and 31 respectively.
Yeah, in badminton, you often see that the players, they concentrate on the next Olympics, and I also think these two players now, they are both qualifying, and it would surprise me if not both of them are going to the Olympics, and after that they may consider what to do, I think.
So Rio 2016, the big goal, and of course the man Lee Chong Wei, desperate to get some gold.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Medals as opposed to silver. He has 5 silvers now throughout his career. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. He'll be delighted if he could manage a gold. And he's such a great player, you wouldn't put it past him.
No, if you're #1 in the world for
Second
200
game.
weeks,
Level.
then, then you kind of deserve to have that gold medal.
Absolutely, indeed. Strong start from Zweibler.
Yeah.
Service
Powerful smash.
over 1.
Yeah, now
Love.
drift in the
Go
back.
ahead.
Maybe he can get a little extra pace in it. So he might not listen to my tactics. Instead, he might be going for it instead.
Well, he's only 5'8", this man, Lee Chong Wei. Zweibler 4 inches taller at 6 foot. The man from Bonn, Germany. That's where he was born. Resides in Saarbrücken.
Love.
But as you say, the Germans kind of more defensive style. Really troubling the Malaysian. Smile from Zweibler towards Lee Chong Wei. Knew he almost had him then, but every time he smiles at him, he just gets that sort of stone-faced look back.
He's not giving anything back. Zweibler was almost saying to him, "Oh, you were lucky there," but Lee Chong Wei didn't think so.
He doesn't even engage, does he?
He definitely decided to go for each shot, trying to make winners, and you could also see it, even though he was down at the floor, he was still trying to make that tight net shot.
He's a very humble, quiet-spoken man, is Lee Chong Wei, but I'm sure very respectful of all his opponents. A real servant to badminton and an ambassador for the game, frankly. Brilliant drop smash. Well, it's been a real change-up over the last day or so. The atmosphere on Monday and Tuesday is nothing compared to what it is today, and I'm told that it'll build even more over consecutive days. It's been really delightful out here. It's like a party atmosphere, isn't it, in the Istora Stadium? Heard a lot about it, but I haven't really witnessed it myself, but it's a real treat to see it firsthand and be involved watching these brilliant matches unfold.
Yeah, the Indonesian crowd is just special, and they really love badminton, and they go crazy when they see it.
Yeah, they're so knowledgeable, aren't they? And so happy as well. It's just great. So the German's gone for a cheeky towel down and a drink. Lee Chong Wei says, "Well, I don't need any of that. I'm ready. Let's carry on." He's on court, ready to roll. tell you what, I would love to see this man's fitness program. Because there is not an ounce of fat on him, is there? I'd love to see his body profile as well in terms of, you know, level of fat. It must be sub 10%, you would imagine.
Definitely.
Yeah?
I think 4, maybe, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think most of the singles players will be sub 10%, but I would be very surprised if he has more than 5.
Yeah.
Looks like a drill, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? And talk me through the kind of things that he'll be doing. Have you any insight into kind of, is it just sheer hard volume, or is it that he'd be doing a few specifics now because he's 30+ years old? Any idea?
I think both, actually. One of the things that I've been watching him doing is that because of the status that he's got several sparring players that he can use for drills and feeding him the way that he needs to, and sometimes there are even 3 opponents on the other side of the net when he's training.
Service over. 6-4.
And they'll just be, what, prodding him into the corners as quickly as they can, right?
Exactly.
Even sometimes with multiple shuttles, several shuttles, or just keeping them on going?
Not if there are 3 people over there, but if you have, for example, one coach, you will have him multi-feeding, as we say, with several shuttles.
And would he do a couple of sessions a day, or just one big grueling, do you think?
I would guess that he probably practices 2 times 3 hours a day.
Weights program as well, or?
Yeah, that would be in that program.
So a heavy kind of sports science backup behind him, right?
Definitely, yes. Chong Wei just telling himself, be aware of the wind or the drift in here. Don't hit it cross-court with the drift.
Well, hands down, signal the ball was inside or on the back line. So Zweibler extending his lead this game, encouragingly, for the German fans and coaching team.
Yeah, I think it seems like Chong Wei is maybe taking a little too easy on this, and maybe also in the break the coaches also did. Zweibler is definitely doing his best, and right now it works.
Now, can Zweibler ride on that sort of 6-point momentum that he generated? Not so. Chong Wei bites back immediately. It's interesting now, isn't it? Because will he go for his real go-to tactics? Let's find out.
Which one of them you mean?
Yeah, well, that's right. There's so many out there. I'm curious how he gets out of jail here, though. Oh, look at that quality cross-court smash.
7-10.
So deceptive and powerful. And he doesn't look at all out of puff, does he?
No, but that lift was also quite short, so that was a quite easy kill for him.
How quickly he got around that backhand. Almost contorting his body. I mean, it's almost like the spine's going to snap, isn't it, when he goes with that round head smash?
That's why it's so important having that strong core.
Yeah. But supple as well, right? Amazing, really loose and
play.
Incredible shape. It's like the Novak Djokovic of world tennis, this man.
10.
Tripler gave away these points too easy. He's actually not under that much pressure, but just made a few unforced errors, and Chong Wei is back in the set.
Oh, he really didn't deserve to miss that one as well. He's being quite imaginative by his own high standards, and he's livid with himself there.
Careful.
Remember, he was 10-4 up here with a 6-point advantage. Now they're level.
That's only 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. Brilliant from the German.
Service over. 11-10.
Well, he stops the rock then and still ekes ahead at the mid-game interval by 1 point. Can he build from here? That's the question on everybody's lips. Everybody thinks it's rather academic, probably including Chong Wei.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach.
Well, the 6-foot Marc Zweibler was 10-4 up. In this game, Chong Wei fought back to level up at 10-all, but going into the interval break, it's Zweibler, the point ahead, 11-10. Can he build from here? Is there going to be a minor lapse in concentration by the last year's finalist in the World Championships? Zweibler hopes so.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it.
Service over. 11-all.
Yet another shuttle bites the dust.
Yeah, Tripler mishit the shuttle a little bit, and in that way it broke.
Brilliant on the attack from Zweibler. Chong Wei turned it around almost, but the German just got enough pop on that final smash. Gets his body weight right through it. And a quick glance to see if there's any reaction from the other end of the court. He should know better. There never is.
No, that's true. That's true.
Usually
13-11.
So difficult lifting from that side with Tripler standing, so I don't think Chong Wei was expecting any lifts.
Another brilliant smash, got it to the floor well.
14-11.
You have to credit the German right now. He's in a rich vein of form. 4 in a row for Zweibler.
He's doing great, and he's also mixing it up now. Before he was smashing hard, then now he just puts in a clear before to get Chong Wei out of balance, and then he puts in a heavy smash afterwards. So really well done.
Good lead from Zweibler.
15
advantage of 4 points here. Suggesting he wants a quick towel down. The umpire's okay with that.
That was a tough rally for Zweibler. He was using a lot of energy. Chong Wei just moving him around, trying to wear him down.
Well, Zweibler taking no notice of the previous head-to-head losses, and there have been 10 of them. No wins for him, but he's being very strong in his mindset at the moment. He's 4 points ahead in this game, despite trailing the first game. Now, has he enough to actually win his first ever game against Chong Wei? Oh, that's illegal. Yeah, how does he do that? He's turned that point. He's like a magician, isn't he? He's like Houdini.
The last couple of rallies are showing the effect now on Zweibler. You can also see the way he moves back from the net. And that one, he was getting tired, and this little deception from Chong Wei just was too much for him.
And the look as well said it all, didn't it? You are just too good. Chong Wei reluctant to challenge as well, so he knew it. Fantastic point from the German. Still 4 points ahead, but 5 points away from the game, more importantly.
Zweibler needed that point.
Yes, 5 long points, you feel. Extending his advantage.
You could see it, Zweibler, that he's getting tired, but he's doing well. Chong Wei, on the other hand, he's still trying to make Zweibler tired, and I wonder if it's a little too late in this game, but it might be enough to, if it goes to 3 set, then Zweibler will be so tired in the 3rd set that it will be difficult for him.
Terrific from Zweibler.
18-12.
Well, you know, he's not long had his second baby child, has Chong Wei, and I guess, you know, being a parent, fellow parent, you think, well, I know how little sleep I have. I wonder if it's the same for him.
Yeah.
Just clutching at straws from a German perspective, almost, that question. Brilliant. Tight net shot from Zweibler. On the bottom of Chong Wei with his racket.
19-12.
As if to say, come on, give me a game, come on.
He almost said sorry, because that was the last chance of that rally. He was just taking 110% risk for that net shot, and succeeded.
Well, he's 2 points away from a game here, the German.
Marc.
Can he cross the line and do something he's never done before in winning a game against Chong Wei?
I wonder if Chong Wei is just going to give this one away, or if he's still trying to fight it back, or maybe just playing the long rallies, making Zweibler more tired for the 3rd set, or if he's changing and going for that attack. Let's see.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Service over, 13-12.
because he hasn't really attacked him for the last 5, 6, maybe even more rallies.
Does his mind even compute that way, Chong Wei? He just looks like a machine that's just so efficient and so honed and so on that current shuttle that he's never going to concede a point. Tired smash.
Yeah, and maybe trying to take easy solution.
Well, the European acquitting himself extremely well. The left-hander from Sabu. Brought up 6 game points.
Service over. 20 game points. 14.
Really does feel like a carnival in here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We've got the drums going on the left of our commentary position. Zweibler on the cusp of splitting games here, and treating us to a third and deciding game. Can he get across the line here?
Chong Wei, it doesn't seem like he's really going to try to pull this one back. I think he's still just trying to wear him down and
good leave.
Service
and
over.
Then get ready for the third set.
15-20.
Suddenly the whole mental dynamics have really shifted in this match, and if Zweibler can convert one of these opportunities, takes on a whole new dimension.
Yeah, Chong Wei hasn't really attacked that hard from this side yet.
16-20.
It's almost like playing against the drift, that he doesn't believe that his smash is strong enough to go for the winner, and it's only when he's getting those very short lifts that he's actually going for it.
Again, Chong Wei refuses to engage at the net with his opponent. This is business. Very purposeful in his focus. Oh, he's missed it. Zweibler's taken his game. 21 points to 17. So, more drama unfolding then on court 1 at the Istora Stadium.
1 game all.
Who's going to come through this third and deciding game? He acquitted himself really, really well and achieved something he's never done before in taking a game of the last year's runner-up.
That's really well done, isn't it? He stuck in there, and although he used a lot of energy in that set, still very good play.
So after 42 minutes then, we are level. 12th seed, very much back in this.
20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, Chong Wei being very much tested here by Marc Zweibler at Saarbrücken, Germany. The winner of this match will be playing the winner of the match adjacent on court 4. It's currently going on Toby Penty against Wang Zhenming. Wang Zhenming has game point for the first game.
Final
in that one,
game.
he's the 8th seed.
Level play.
Should on paper come through that match against Toby Penty of England. Spills wide. Does Chong Wei. First point to Zweibler. Nice try with the flick serve, just wide though. The drift carried it.
All.
I know we've been talking about this stone face of Chong Wei, but it doesn't seem that comfortable to me at the moment. He's also the first mistake he makes in this set. He's turning around towards the coaches, asking them for something, and he's not that sure of himself right now.
He's been here 1,000 times before, though, hasn't he? In this sort of situation, having played, as we said, over, what, 85 finals, something like that. 57 career titles, 29 times runner-up.
Yeah, that's right, but even though I also said from the beginning that I don't expect this to be any problem for him, then he might also have this World Championship curse on him, you know.
Found the line.
3-1.
And there's real purpose about this game from Chong Wei. He's a man on a mission now. He let Zweibler accelerate away like 10-4 in the second game in a lapse of concentration, and all credit to this man in your picture. He played very, very well as well. Let's take nothing away from him. But I cannot see Chong Wei lapsing concentration as he did at the start of that second game.
No, you're right, and you can also see he's moving much faster now, and he's taking control of the game, taking the attack, which he didn't do in the second set. But Zweibler's not giving up.
Massive opportunity for Marc Zweibler, the 12th seed here. He's never done this well against one of the most heralded players in this tournament. So highly decorated. And, you know, we spoke at the top of the programme, didn't we, about, well, you know, so the Malaysians won the last 10 head-to-heads. There's a little bit of pressure here because there's almost an expectancy, isn't there? Well, come on, you're going to rip through Zweibler, right? Because you've beaten him 10 times before. Not so.
Yeah, and also because he just wants this World Championship so bad. Playing against somebody that he knows he's going to beat, or he has to beat, then getting into trouble, that might make him a little uncomfortable.
They've been on court 48 minutes. And no major signs of fatigue for Zweibler. Of course, the tournament is young.
5-3.
It's only their second match, remember. So you can't see tiredness being a big issue at this stage for either of these experienced campaigners.
Not completely agreeing with you. I think we saw some tiredness in the second set from Zweibler, and I think yeah, Chong Wei is definitely in better shape, and maybe not because of his very good footwork, and so using as much energy as Zweibler is.
He's very efficient, isn't he? Look at how quickly quickly he got around that backhand smash and hit the forehand.
Yeah, he's much more alert now.
Yeah. Yes, there's a desperation about the intent from Lee Chong Wei in that very point. You're right, a renewed intensity, I'd suggest.
Play.
Such a wonderful tight net shot finish.
Play.
Well, some sense of order is restored here. It sounds a little bit silly because, of course, Zweibler is the 12th seed, but we all know that Lee Chong Wei really should be seeded. He's ranked 45th at the moment. We won't get into that.
Service over 4-8.
He's spent 199 weeks at world #1. And he's playing some really, really good badminton. 4-point advantage then for the Malaysian at the moment. Just toweling down some grueling points at the start of this third game.
Yeah, Zweibler is not completely done with this match yet. I think if he can get maybe 8 points before they change ends, then he might still have a chance.
That'll help.
5-8.
Certainly doesn't have the stranglehold that he did in that first game in terms of momentum now. Lee Chong Wei just seems just that little bit hesitant, a little bit doubtful.
Exactly, stone face or not, he's not feeling completely secure in there.
I agree. Quick onto the response. Was Lee Chong Wei there, followed up very, very well. Zweibler was pleased with his get, and again he looks across the net smiling as if to say, too good. But I'm not going to concede to you, I'm still working hard.
He definitely is. We haven't seen too many of these shots from Lee Chong Wei, like where he really jumps onto it and hits it full power.
I think he was hoping that Lee Chong Wei kind of just crossed the net with that one, isn't he? Or something like that. With his racket.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's found the line again.
10-6.
So again, he extends his lead, the Malaysian. Well, you think that his #1 asset really is his mental fortitude, but I think that comes predominantly from the fact that he's just so physically fit. And that gives him a great deal of belief.
That will definitely help you.
11-6.
But you also you see sometimes that the players who are very fit, they kind of expect or hope that to be enough, and then they forget that they also need to take charge of the game.
And also as well, when you are that highly tuned as an athlete, it must be very, very difficult to perhaps overcook your physical program, and perhaps you're a little bit, you know, sort of tired coming in here. You know, it's a very tough blend to get, isn't it? The sort of periodizing of an athlete. into peak condition for a tournament like this.
It definitely is. It's a science, isn't it? But I'd say Lee Chong Wei has done this so many times. I think he knows exactly what he needs to be ready for a tournament like this.
Pearls of wisdom from Jesper Larsen, former world #1 in men's doubles, and alongside him myself, Paul Hand. It's a real delight to be taking you through this match. We've seen some really dramatic matches here today, no less than Tommy Sugiarto, the 15th seeded Indonesian, losing to Wei Nan earlier, the 20th ranked man from Hong Kong. And with plenty more action to bring you. Still another 4 matches to come after this one. 5 matches indeed, beg your pardon. That's a good leave, it was long.
Yeah.
12-7.
Just precision accuracy.
13-7.
Lee Chong Wei has gotten the lead that he was hoping for, and it seems now like he's back in cruise control, I think.
Yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? He's got a real headlock on this game now.
Lee Chong Wei. He surpassed one of his goals already. That was to take a game, I would imagine. Yeah, of course, you want to win all the matches that you attend, but I also think that Zweibler, after this match, will be happy with the way he played it, and especially getting a set from Lee Chong Wei. Yeah, and you'd imagine that sort of, you know, after examining all of his efforts here, that'll give him confidence, and if he believes he can take one game, then presumably he can take two. Yeah, of course, yes, that's true.
15-7.
Well, in terms of the winner of this match, the next opponent, Wang Zhengming, sort of in control, shall we say, over Toby Penty of England. 21-16 in the first game to the 8th seed, and 15-10 up as well.
Service over in 16. Service over 17-8.
In a very commanding position again then, Lee Chong Wei. And it looks, frankly, as it has done over the past 10 matches that they've played over the years, fairly academic. Yeah, I think Lee Chong Wei just wore Zweibler down in that second set and got him so tired that he couldn't really put up the fight in the third set. I think after this match, Lee Chong Wei will probably argue that he was in control all the way through, and but I think in the beginning of the third set, still he didn't look that secure, and didn't look that sure that he's going to make this one. Yeah, I just think there was a big lapse in concentration at the start of that second game from Lee Chong Wei, that he was a little, arrogance not the right word, but you know, he felt so in control and he thought he could lapse for longer, but he couldn't put it around, and that's what hurt him.
a great lead. He just has so much time on the shuttle, even at the sort of latter stages of this match, because, again, testament to his physicality. Really, I keep going on about it, but it really is one of the standout features of his game.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So here he is then, with numerous match points. And he puts the match to bed in a minute shy of an hour. Great respect between these two. Look at that. That's a lovely, lovely match finish. Match played in great spirit amongst two veteran warriors of the game, both very experienced. A great win for this man, whose next opponent, you'd imagine, looking over on court 4, will probably be Wang Zhenming. Well, that's not doing a disservice to Toby Penty, but Zhenming is just a few points away from the win there. I'm going to hand over my commentary mic to Richard Kaufman and Jill Clark. We will see you later to bring you more action. Goodbye for now.